The knee cut pass, which is also known as the cross knee or the knee slice pass, is one of the most powerful passes in jiu-jitsu, and it's one of my favorites. I consider it a keystone pass because you can use it to transition between all other passes. You can use the knee cut to go to your knees, you can use the knee cut to stand, you can just pass on your own. In the gi, we have specific options that we can use. The pass works with gi and no gi, but if we're able to get certain grips, there's a way we can make the pass even more effective while having our partner in a really bad position. And I'm gonna show that pass right now. So we're gonna start from combat base, right? You can knee cut from standing as well, but we're gonna start from combat base. Now the cross knee pass, I wanna take my knee diagonally, and I'm just gonna do the base version of the pass first, just to show it where you can do it gi or no gi. You break through your partner's guard. The thing is, in gi jiu-jitsu, particularly a lot of guard players, they have really tricky ways of entangling you with grips, and if they break your grips, you can be in a lot of trouble. So if I get a strong collar grip and I'm able to attach my elbow to my knee, I'm sometimes really reluctant to let go of this grip because it's really powerful. If Jesse gets my grip and breaks it, now he can get my hand out in space. Now suddenly he's putting in his lasso guard, putting in his spider guard, he's dragging my arm across, all the stuff that I don't want. So if I'm rolling with a person that has really strong grips, this is a really powerful way to control it. So we're gonna have the same movement that we would for a regular knee cut. I'm gonna push down this knee and step over it. And you can tell that I'm gonna get ready to slide. Now, a lot of times when I'll choose to do this is when I'm fighting a person who has really strong grips and I know that if they break my grips, I'm gonna be in trouble. So what I'm gonna do instead, ordinarily I would drop my knee to the mat, lift up their elbow, and then slide. But because we have the grips, I'm gonna reach for the sleeve. And the person that was the most famous for this pass is Fernando Margarida. Won the world several times. A lot of people still call this the Margarida pass. What I'm gonna do to keep my buddy flat is I'm gonna take this grip and punch it into his armpit while I pull this grip into my own armpit and blade my chest as if I were going to case a katana. And you see how now if Jesse tries to move, he's really stuck. And I can just come to whatever type of side control I want, dismantling his frames along the way. Let's change the angle so you can see a different angle of things. You can see that the body mechanic, the way my hips and my knee move, it's exactly the same as the regular knee cut, right? We're gonna push this down and step over it. But having this gi grip gives us some other options. So I push down. You can obviously permute the two, right? I could just lift his elbow, but a lot of times, especially if this guy's grabbing for my collar, his sleeve is right there. Now the thing that really makes this work is not my hands, but my hips. So my hips are square to Jesse right now. But keeping good posture, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my inside hip, in this case my right hip, right down to his bottom hip bone, which is his right hip bone. And as I do that, even if he tries to move, very, very difficult. I wanna walk my knee up under his armpit so that in case he tries to drop his elbow to the mat, I have two things in place that are stopping him from doing that. In order to pass effectively, generally you want to keep your partner flat on their back because if they're on their side, they can move. So structurally, when we do this variation of the pass, there are three things keeping him flat. One is my grip, which as you can see, is just going to punch. I'm trying to put my knuckles on the mat here. So if he tries to get on the side, it's going to be really hard anyway. Then when I get this grip, I could probably keep him on his side just with this grip, and finally I turn my own hip down and now my hip is pinning his side. Last piece, when I switch my hips back, I could just stay in case katana, right? But when I turn my hips down, I want to make sure that this knee replaces my other hip underneath his elbow. So now if he tries to get his frame back, it's nice and stuck. If he gets his frame, I'm going to have a tough time defeating his defense, and that's not something we want. You always want to make life as easy on yourself as possible and as efficient. So, variation of the knee cut pass called the Margarida pass. Try it out. If you have gi grips, might as well use them.